What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I will be changing the oil on this Cummins ISX15 engine. I'll be changing the water separator filter, the fuel filter. Also on the other side I'll be changing the oil filter and the coolant filter. Now on this drain pan, it has a drain plug that takes a 1/2 inch drive, so you need a 1/2 inch drive to open up that drain plug and get the oil out. Also, I will be changing this crankcase filter. I never changed it before ever since I had this truck, so I figured today, since I'm changing the oil once again, I'm gonna change this for the very first time of owning this truck. These are some of the tools I have. I just checked, and I don't think these two is gonna change two of the filters, but this right here will take off the glass bowl filter, which is the water separator filter. I don't know if I'm gonna change all the filters because one of the tools that I need, I don't have it here with me, but I have all the filters. So these are the filters I have. I have all the filters, but the tool that I normally use to take off these filters I don't have here, but I'm going to do my best to take them off. Sometimes I do get lucky by just using my hand and just turn it. It depends on how much force you put on there when you tighten these. You shouldn't use tools to tighten these filters down. You should just use your hand, but sometimes the pressure builds up in there and get them on super tight. Anyhow, these are the filters. So this is the oil filter. That's the part number there, and this one is a coolant filter. Coolant water filter is the same thing, so that's the part number there. And this one here is the water separator filter. Okay, that's the part number there. And this one here is the fuel filter. That's the part number there. And this is the crankcase filter. That's the part number there. Okay. So this engine, guys, I'm hearing a lot of numbers. I don't remember how much. I don't remember. I changed it once of owning this truck, but I don't remember how much. I don't remember how much gallon does this engine take, but I did call the international dealer. My camera lens is a little messed up here. Okay, that's a little better. I did call the international dealer. I called two of them just to be sure, and both of them told me a different amount. The first one said the shop said they use about 48 quarts, which equals to about 12 gallon. The last one told me it should be about 52 quarts, which equals to about 13 gallon. So even the dealer can't get their numbers right. But I'm just going to change the oil and just test my dipstick as I go. It should I think about 12 gallon. After 12 gallon, I'll be testing it. I'll be checking it, right? It helps when you park your truck. Well, you should always park your truck on a level ground when you're changing your oil. So make sure your truck is level as possible. But also, after you run your engine and you hit the road, it's a good idea to turn off your engine, let your engine settle, and check your dipstick and make sure your oil is at a good level. Anyway, yeah, so let's get this oil changed. So this is the container that I normally use to change this oil here. This is a 14 gallon container, and also I got a little bucket here. I got my little drip pan down there, and I got my 1/2 inch drive to pull the drain plug on this oil pan. So over here we have the we have the oil filter. That's the oil filter there. And over here, down there, is the coolant filter. I'm trying to get the camera to focus. Now make sure you turn off, there's a knob right there. Make sure you turn that knob when you're gonna drain, when you're gonna change the filter. Okay, so turn that off, then you unscrew the filter. Alright guys, let's get on with this truck and pop that drain plug off. I'm gonna put some oil. I'm gonna catch some in this bucket first, and then I'm gonna switch and put it in this container here. And guys, remember, you're gonna be spilling, so don't think you're gonna, do all this work and not get oil in some places. So just get ready for some spills. Get ready. Ooh. That was my bad. Alright, so we're going to let that drain. While that drains, we're going to start doing the filters. So as you can see, oil is draining. And we got some here in this bucket already. Alright, so we're going to go on the other side, we're going to start the filters. Alright, so what you're looking at is the oil filter. So we're going to change this oil filter next. That's good news. I made sure I put it on. I changed this before. I put it on by hand the last time. No tools. but over time the pressure will get the filter tight. So just bear that in mind. It's kind of awkward in here, so bear with me, guys. Alright, you know what? Let me get it off a little bit further, then cut you guys back on. Alright, so I got it to loosen up more. So I just want to finish taking it off on camera so you guys can see. I might be able to go under the bottom now and twist it with my hands. So let me do that. I'm going to go under the bottom and twist it with my hands. Now you're going to get some spills, guys. You're going to get some oil dripping. So just get ready for that as well. Got my little drip pan under the bottom, so I'll be able to catch some of the drippings. This is the oil. This is the oil filter. So we're going to get the other one. We're going to get the new one put in. Alright guys, so this is the new oil filter. And open it up. And this is what I always do. Always get like 3 of these oil containers and drop this right in the middle, so it won't go nowhere. Then I take one of these, open it up, then I just pour the oil in. When this full up, you just stop and let it settle down because it's not full yet. They got to get absorbed in the filter, so don't think it's full yet. Let it go down and keep adding to it until you notice it's not going down no more. See that? Still going down. So we got a little bit left to pour in. Not too far now. Okay, that look like it's settling now. Alright, so you gotta grease, make sure your oil, not grease, make sure you oil this seal right here, this rubber seal. Use some fresh oil, go around here, oil it up a little bit, and make sure you tighten this by hand, only with your hands. Tighten it real tight with your hands only. You don't want to put no power tools on here, and you don't got to go super tight with your hands, but just tighten it so you know it's past snug. We're gonna go put this on. We're gonna go screw this back up. Now, my hands are a little bit slippery, so I'm just gonna wipe my hands off so I can get a good grip on it and put a little bit more turn on it. Alright, so I just clean my hands off. And I'm just going to clean around here so I can get some. Let me clean the bottom. You guys can't see, but I'm cleaning the bottom here so I can get some oil off of it, so I can get some more turn on it. Alright, so I think that's good enough. Okay, that should be good enough. What I'm going to do now, guys, I'm just going to clean this filter here, clean around it, so you know if it's leaking later on when you check it. Alright, so I just clean it up. Alright, let's go get the new one and put it on. Okay, now we're going to put on the coolant filter, aka the water filter, or aka the coolant filter. Alright, so this rubber right here, this seal, go on top. And now I'm going to use the same method I used to fill them up. Put it right in the middle of these oil bottles. Alright, put it in the middle, and then I'm going to take my coolant and I'm going to fill it up. Might get some spill, but whatever. You want to make sure you watch it to go down, then you add some more. Don't think it's full when you put it in and you see it just full up. You gotta be patient, let it go down, and then you watch it to see if it needs more. Then you add more to it. It might be good there. Yeah, let me add a little drop. And put some more in there. I think it needs more. I think that's gonna be good, or maybe not. Need some more. All right, that's good right there. Now I'm going to take a little bit of oil and I'm going to grease the gasket. I'm going to grease the rubber seal, gasket rubber seal, whatever. I'm going to grease around here. I keep saying grease. Oil. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of oil and I'm going to oil around here. Some people don't put oil on there around the filter, but I just put a little phlegm. I don't put it heavy like I would on the oil filter. I put like a little phlegm on here, like, you see that on my finger? That's what I put on there, just a little phlegm, just a little something, because you know, oil and this thing shouldn't, you know what I mean? You just want to put a little phlegm. That's not gonna hurt nothing. Alright, this is how it looks. Just a little phlegm, like I said, guys. You don't want to put too much oil on this thing. Anyway, let's get this thing screwed back up there. Alright, so let's get this back up here. And again, just want to use your hands. Okay, that's good right there. Now we're going to turn on back the coolant filter switch here. I mean, whatever this is, valve. I'm going to turn it back on. Alright, so that's good right there. Alright guys, so next we're gonna change the water separator. We're gonna take off this glass bowl. As you can see, I clean it up a little bit. Sometimes there's a lot of dirt around here, so you don't want nothing to drop down in here when you remove this plastic piece right here. So just clean it up, and after you remove this, I suggest you try and remove that after. Don't clean this up, put it back on, then try to remove this, because this is going to be in the way a little bit. But you can take it off with this being here, but it's better when you remove this, then you get to that at the same time. You know what I mean? Alright, so let's get this started. Alright, so I got a little container down there to catch any fuel that's going to be dripping down there. Still going to have a mess, but at least we got something there to catch some of it. Now we're going to take off this fuel filter right there. clean it up so we can get some good grip on it. It's spinning, it's turning, but it's on there pretty tight. We're gonna get it off. Yep, it's moving. Okay, let's take it off and bring it down to the bottom. Going all the way down. There it is. You got it out from the bottom. So you go all the way down and you come out from the bottom. There's a little cable down there. You just have to move the cable out of the way a little bit and you'll get it out. So I'm gonna pour this diesel back in this fuel filter because I need this container here to put some fresh diesel in here. Alright guys, so this is a new fuel filter. Now you got to pre-fill this, and when you're pre-filling this, make sure you leave this in. After you pre-fill it, then you can take this piece out and throw it away, and then you screw it back up. But pre-fill it with this top end. Do not take it out until you're ready to install it with the fuel inside the filter. Believe it or not, guys, it's filling up. I don't gotta pump this anymore. I did it one time and it just automatically started to rise. As you can see, it's being filled up. So what I did was I pump the fuel transfer pump. I just pump it one time and then it automatically starts to feed it over. If it stops, I just pump it one more time, but for now it's just automatically going on its own. I don't got to pump it in every minute. It's just pumping by itself right now. Alright, so I got some fuel in here to put in a glass bowl, and this right here, the filter, is filled up with fuel. So now I could remove this cap right here. Alright, so let's open up the new package with the new water separator filter. Alright, so this new seal right here goes over here. And I put some, I have some little bit of oil on my hand, so just gonna wipe it around this seal right here. And we're gonna take this off. This is where you would fill the glass bowl. So next we're gonna remove this old seal. Then we're gonna get the new seal. We're gonna wipe it up with some oil. My hand is already greasy, so oily, so just a little phlegm. Then we're gonna wipe around here, nice and clean. I'm just gonna sit this here for now. I'm gonna have to remove it, but I'm just gonna sit this here for now. Alright, now I'm gonna get the new filter, and this side goes down here, so you'll put it in like so, and then we're going to drop it in like so. Also guys, make sure you clean around here all the way around, okay, because this is where that big rubber cap go, okay. Alright guys, so we're ready to put the glass bowl in. Make sure you put this big plastic fastener first, okay. Then you want to make sure that it goes over this piece down here. Make sure this piece right here goes over here. Okay. Now we're going to get the tool to tighten this better. A little bit of fuel, a little bit of diesel in there. Trash talk behind your back. They can't say it to your face, they're whack. Trash talk. Behind your back. They can't say it to your face. Can't say it to your face. This uses a 11 millimeter. Alright, so I was trying to see if I could take this out without removing this, but it's not going to happen. So we're going to have to remove this, and this right here is being stubborn, so I might have to remove this first. Glad we got some oil consumption in here. Oh man. Yep, there's some oil down in there. And the filter is saturated with oil. Look at that. They do make this crankcase filter bypass. It's the same shape as this, but it's a really it's like a thin piece of filter. I might have to get that one and put in here, but since I already have this one, I already have the new one here, I'm just going to use the new one on another day. I put in the bypass filter. Now it seems like we got some engine problem, probably some pistons and rings and seals. Might need an overhaul soon, but for now we're gonna tackle the crankcase pressure by doing the bypass. We're gonna buy the bypass filter, crankcase bypass filter, and we're gonna put in here to minimize some problems that may occur in the future. But we do need to take this engine and we do need to take this truck into the shop and do some engine work. But for now, we're gonna just put on the new filter, and I'm gonna order the crankcase filter bypass, and we're gonna put that in, and hopefully we get some more miles out of it. But you can't wait too long before you do some engine work, because you don't want, you know, something else to really go bad. But we got some oil consumption here in this crankcase filter housing. Alright, so this is the new filter. If I knew we had oil consumption in here, I would have bought the crankcase filter bypass. Anyway, so we're gonna put this in. I need to turn it the other way. Just like this. And this is easy to come off, guys. Don't be scared to take this off to get to this. Nothing is going to happen. See, there's nothing there really. All you got to do is just unscrew this and just pop it right off and pull it towards you, or pull it down a little bit. Don't be scared to take it off. Alright, that's it. So we gotta put this back on. Alright guys, so that's it. Now we gotta put the oil in. We gotta add oil to the engine. But before we do that, don't forget, we gotta put the drain plug in. That's one thing you don't want to forget. Because you will waste some quarts of oil when you hear that thing start running out on the bottom. So the drain plug is in. Now it's time to add the oil. Remember guys, this truck takes about between 13 to 14 gallons. So, and even you gotta keep check it periodically. So I would put in like 12 gallon, and then you check it every now and then to make sure you put in the right amount of oil. Alright guys, so this is the last step. All I gotta do is pour in these gallons of oil in and check my dipstick as I go. Be sure to check your dipstick, make sure you're not overfilling. So after you fill in the oil in, next step is to just start your truck up. But be warned, your truck is gonna struggle a little bit when you're trying to start it up, because you remove the oil filter and stuff like that. I mean the fuel filter and stuff like that. So the truck is going to struggle a little bit, but just keep on turning it and it'll turn right over as soon as the pump circulate the fuel back in the system. Anyway guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel.